First of all, I'm going to just hold the head. I'm going to keep these bugs off of her. And then I'm going to come in from the side onto the temples with my fingertips, and I'm just going to do small but meaningful circles, okay? Then I'm going to lift out and relocate and do small, meaningful circles. Okay, I'm anchoring my fingers at the top of the head. I'm anchoring my thumbs at the crown. So I'm doing circles, 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 done. All right, now, and I might do something like a big, something like that. It just feels nice. That's just going into her scalp with my fingers and pulling out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring her head into my hands, and I'm going to gently, gently, gently rotate her to this position. Now her head is cradled in my hand, and I'm being sure that my thumb is not on her ear, or that her ear is not in my hand being punched. So I'm behind the ear, right? Okay, I'm going to show you on this side too. What I'm doing is I'm cradling her. Now at any point in time that I crank her to this point to accommodate my work, I'm failing. Okay? This is a big mistake a lot of therapists will make, is they will just crank you over here so that they can accommodate their work, and this is not okay. All right, so we need to bring them, if you can visualize from where you're sitting, nose to nipple, and not beyond that point. If you go beyond that point, you're cranking the neck, and that's not gonna be good. All right. So if we see you guys doing that, we will come around and help you correct that. Okay. So basically, I was here. I did these. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot this one. I also like to then switch. So what I'm doing is this is mother thumb. Mother thumb, and these are sun fingers, right? And then once I do that, I'm going to switch, and I'm going to let fingers be mother, while thumb does circles down this part in the middle, okay, down the crown, right? So as you can see, I've addressed this much of the scalp, right? Okay, so now I'm going to put her into my hands, and I'm going to gently, gently rotate, okay? And now I'm taking this hand, and I have my arm is actually on the table, and I'm cradling her head, right? And I've actually got my fingers kind of holding onto her occipital ridge. And now this hand is going to come in, my fingers, you guys are going to see this in a second, my fingers are going to come in here at the occipital ridge, and I'm going to start, and I'm using this as an anchor again, I'm going to start just making my way up into the temple region and all around, and then I'm going to cradle and rotate, and then this hand is going to come in and really digging in on occipital ridge, anchoring my whole hand there, okay, getting into her temple, beautiful, lovely deliciousness, all right? And then I'm bringing her back to neutral. Question? Okay, I'm coming in like this with my hands like in a prayer, and I'm going to let her jaw and her chin come right between those two places. Okay, that's a basic effleurage, okay? And then I'm going to go into petrissage. So again, I'm coming here, like that, okay? That's a basic effleurage for the face. Want to see it again? I'm actually starting to go into petrissage. So let me show you the effleurage is just like that. Now if I want to, I can come down like this in a prayer kind of a thing and spread. That's another way to approach. Okay, those are two effleurages. So again, there's this effleurage, and there's this effleurage. You can do both. You can mix it up however you like. Now, one thing that you need to be aware of is you need to watch the jewelry, of course, but you also need to, if they have dry lips, and they might, or if they don't have dry lips, you have to make sure you never really spread the mouth, because you can crack the lips. So this is important, and you never want to tell them to lick their lips. You know, lick their lips so that you can do a technique, because then you've just crossed the line. The effleurage, okay? Here's the effleurage. Say hello, and this is another effleurage, okay? So then I'm just going to show you what I do. I'm going to try to stay off the teeth. I'm going to do a lot of circles on the jaw. I'm going to do circles around this eye region with my fingers. I'm going to do some combing on the forehead. I'm going to do these moves around the eyes, and this is what it looks like. So first of all, I'm just going to do it, and then we'll talk through, okay? Okay, and that's about how long I would spend unless I'm doing specialized TMJ work. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about it, and it's not going to be exactly the same. All right, so here's the effleurage. Now I'm going to go directly into 2 finger circles around the eyes, and then I'm going to come into lots of finger pads on the jaw, and now I'm going to come up into the temples and do some circles on the temples with my 2 fingers, and I'm going to come back into these circles around the eye region. I'm going to scoop in, coming back, and now I'm going to do this. I'm going to take my 2 middle fingers, and I'm just going to go across the brow, and then I'm going to take my 2 fingers and I'm going to go under the eye carefully. Do you wear contacts?
No.
I forgot to ask. Okay, so now I'm going to do the nightshade, where I'm going to make, my hands are clean, I don't have a ton of cream on my hands, and I'm just gently going to allow my thumbs to go across the eye really slowly, like so. Okay, and that kind of creates like this nightshade.
So you can't do that if someone wears contacts?
If they have contacts, I'm not going to do that. All right. The more juicy and smushy and you know, the more you can just like really get into it and have fun with this, the more pleasurable it's actually going to be. Okay, so once I do the face and I'm comfortable with what I've done with the face, then I'm going to come through here and I'm going to grab these ears. I'm doing like a scissor thing, and so I'm going to come through like this. I'm going to spread my fingers here, and I'm going to get around the ears. And now I'm not just moving the ears, I'm moving the bones of the ears. I'm really kind of pushing in hard, bless you. I'm pushing in pretty hard, and I'm kind of like really moving these bones of the ears around, and then I'm going to massage the ear. I'm going to do a dirty coin rub on the lobes, coming up the side, watching and avoiding any jewelry. I'm going to pull up a little bit, and I'm going to pull out a little bit, and then I'm going to pull down a little bit. Done. All right, so dirty coin rub, up the side, pull down, pull out, pull up. Done. Right, you don't ever want to work inside the ear or the sinuses or the mouth unless you have more training.
What about